Welcome to another episode of Talk Sessions. My name is Dr. Theophilus Umeizudike, and I'll be looking at the relationship between the kidneys and the heart. So basically, it's said that the heart is like the central function or the organ that controls blood flow all over the body and also generates blood pressure that maintains adequate flow of blood to every organ in the body. So if you take out the heart, the body doesn't survive for longer than a few minutes. So it's very important that we look at how the heart relates with the kidneys. Essentially, the kidneys receives about 20 to 25% of blood flow that comes from the heart. And that tells you that that's a substantial amount. That's like a quarter of the blood that leaves the heart goes to the kidneys. And with that, the amount of blood that flows through the kidneys enables the kidneys to filter out about 120 liters of water of blood every day. And at the end of the day, it's able to form just about 2 liters of urine from that huge amount of filtered blood that goes through. So it shows you how efficient our kidneys are. If you look at 120 liters that goes through in a day and just about 2 liters comes out, that shows how very efficient God has made our two kidneys to be. So that should be reassuring to everyone that indeed and in truth, your kidneys are very efficient and very healthy. And of course, the heart also consists of 4 chambers, and each of the chamber, the right atrium, pumps blood into the right ventricle, and then the right ventricle pumps blood into the lungs, where the blood goes through to get oxygen, which enables the body to function very well. And from the lungs, the blood returns to the left atrium, which then pumps blood into the left ventricle, and then from the left ventricle, blood gets out to all the parts of the body through the aorta. Any disease that affects the heart and the kidneys, example, typically hypertension, will ultimately affect both organs and leads to malfunction of both organs. And in our environment, we've noted that many people who have hypertension often come down with heart failure. And a significant proportion of these people also may have kidney problem. And so that's the kind of relationship the kidneys and the heart have. Any disease that affects one may also affect the other. Hypertension is quite prevalent in our environment. Studies have shown that up to 20% and as high as 40% in some parts of the country have been found to have high blood pressure. And high blood pressure is quite prevalent also all over the world, and it's the #1 cause of conditions like stroke, heart failure, and also kidney failure. So coming back to the relationship between the heart and the kidney, a condition like hypertension may affect both organs and lead to their failure. And it just means that we need to treat hypertension and treat it very well. There are drugs that can be used to treat the hypertension so that it doesn't go to affect both organs. And apart from the drugs, there's also need to do some lifestyle modifications. And these go hand in hand. So in as much as hypertension is diagnosed in someone, it's pertinent to instruct the person that, look, beyond taking your medications, you need lifestyles that will reduce the chance of this hypertension getting worse or it becoming uncontrollable. And of course, like the old saying goes, prevention is always better than cure. So we always want to advise people to take lifestyles that will help them to reduce their risk of developing hypertension. Looking at the relationship between hypertension, the heart, and the kidneys, it just tells you that you need to be able to diagnose hypertension early and be able to start treatment on time. But hey, there are preventive measures that we can take to avoid or reduce the risk of hypertension in people who may be at risk. And I'll be discussing this in the next session on talk sessions. My name is Dr. Theophilus Umeizudike. See you then.